Hello there. It looks like any stoppers the European Union tries to put on UK lorries operating in the single market will hurt them more than it hurts the UK. Firstly, please subscribe and like this video to give my channel a boost. And I'm always uploading new content, so please do check back regularly. The UK Road Haulage Association, or RHA, has warned that refusal by Brussels to balance road haulage between the UK and the single market will result in the EU effectively shooting itself in the foot. In a press release, the RHA said, "The RHA is deeply concerned at the continuing refusal from Brussels to grant British truckers the access to Europe they need to keep the UK supply chain moving. Not allowing them the same access rights that the UK is willing to negotiate with the EU will severely damage businesses on both sides of the channel." And the RHA Chief Executive Richard Burnett said, "The UK government is trying to provide symmetry, but in terms of market access, the EU's position is far more damaging because of the balance or imbalance of trade. 85% of the volume of goods that come into the UK is moved by European hauliers. UK operators are responsible for the movement of only 15%. Now, many people might be surprised by those figures. But I did a video back in 2018 explaining how many EU-based drivers and lorry companies plied their trade across the English Channel. And when compiling the video, one of the snippets of info I found was from Willis Towers Watson, who said, "In 2015, 3 million goods vehicles travelled from Great Britain to mainland Europe. And then presumably 3 million came back in one form or another and then went back again." I also found an RAC Foundation survey of haulage traffic between the EU and UK from 2015, and in that report it said, "Of the 1.98 million trucks leaving the country via the southeast last year, the bulk were foreign registered, with only 257,000, 13%, registered here in the UK. And of the total, 21% alone were Polish-based." I've put a link to that previous video in the YouTube card above. So those numbers I've just quoted would tie neatly into the aforementioned comments made by Richard Burnett. And the RHA CEO went on to say, "The government approach is to try and negotiate access to the EU while trying to maintain symmetry. But the EU's current decision puts them at a disadvantage. Maintaining the supply chain between Great Britain and the rest of Europe can only be achieved on a level playing field. The UK is taking a liberal view, suggesting that cabotage remains on the table. But symmetry works both ways. If the EU remains adamant it will remove cabotage, the UK will have no choice but to follow suit. If this is the outcome, then the intransigence of the EU means that they will be shooting themselves in the foot." Now, cabotage, as defined by the European Union, is an agreement for the national carriage of goods for hire or reward carried out by non-resident hauliers on a temporary basis in a host member state. Cabotage allows drivers to enter another country, make a delivery within that country, but then to perform up to 3 cabotage operations within a 7 days period starting the day after the unloading of the international transport. An EU directive inevitably covers this, which has the aim of improving the efficiency of road freight transport by reducing empty trips after completing international transport operations. It also allows drivers and haulage companies to make money during the whole trip, rather than having to add the cost of the return trip to the initial delivery charge. And without this continuing, EU hauliers would make their deliveries, then be forced to leave the UK empty of cargo. Not the most efficient thing to do, is it? And according to a Telegraph report, a government spokesperson said that EU lorries carry out 7 times more cabotage in the UK than UK hauliers do in the EU. And it quotes another UK source calling the EU demands on haulage silly and saying that it would stop all viable trade and no one would be able to deliver anything. Can you imagine the impact of that on the EU haulage industry and all the firms trying to take advantage of the enormous budget surplus in the trade of goods they have with the UK? Further, should there be a problem at the UK-EU border, manufactured or otherwise, then that could well result in hordes of EU-based lorries languishing this side of the Channel. The upshot of that would be to leave EU drivers stranded and unable to get home and unable to earn a living, at the same time leaving their EU haulage companies unable to earn a crust. I'm not sure that would be an EU Commission desired outcome on any level. After all, bear in mind that the financial repercussions of the coronavirus pandemic must have hit them hard enough already. So by snubbing the UK's generous offer to maintain the current cabotage arrangements, the EU really would be shooting themselves in the foot, as Richard Burnett says. And if the EU does play hardball with this, it would be a singular display of Brussels' single market intransigence gone mad. EU industry, exporters and hauliers can only benefit from accepting this, so why are the Eurocrats holding back? The Telegraph report also says that this will be explained to EU chief Brexit negotiator Michel Barnier by the UK negotiator David Frost during the 7th round of Brexit trade negotiations taking place this week. But will Barnier and Brussels be listening? Or are they stuck in a mindset of the need to punish Britain for its temerity in leaving and ensuring the UK suffers, even if it means their own citizens, workers and businesses also suffering? And if that is the overriding objective, then they might get a very rude awakening once the EU populace gets wind of it. I do sometimes wonder if the Brussels mentality is more about keeping the money flowing in to keep their gravy train on the rails and less about the real needs of their citizens. Now, the citizens, workers and businesses of the EU would, I assume, very much like to be healthy, happy and prosperous. Not get engaged in a haulage war of attrition with the UK that can only make them poorer. But not only that, it would also fuel the fires of Euroscepticism across the bloc. Anyway, if you want to hear more from me, please don't forget to subscribe and also press that little bell, or you won't get any notifications. And if you want to see more of me, buy a mug with my mug on it by following the merchandise link in the descriptions box below. So what do you think about all this haulage stuff? Please share and comment, and thank you for watching.